widespread than ever. Who is fighting who? Americans of Mexican heritage are fighting each other, and embarrassed community leaders have been unable to stop it. What's more, it is spreading in California and the Southwest. Warring gangs like the ones we found in East Los Angeles.
I got shot through this side, and it came out through this side. And it messed up my bone and my veins. I can't even walk the streets now because if you're gonna walk the streets, you're gonna carry something with you. I don't think, that I'll live to see 23.
You gotta fight for your barrio. Sometimes you gotta kill for your barrio, just to keep up your reputation.
Barrio means neighborhood, and it is for this, the reputation of the neighborhood, that they are ready to kill and willing to die. Gang members bear permanent insignias, tattoos proclaiming where they're from and what they stand for. As nations carry flags, gangs paint their names on walls. Lotte, Little Valley. You know gangs are feuding when their names get crossed out.
Usually it starts by, crossing out mostly. One neighborhood will put their barrio on the wall, and then, we come in right next to it or cross them out, and they'll cross us back out, and then it gets into, maybe a fist fight, and then maybe guys will get knifed behind it, and then shooting, and then someone dies, and, they might want to get back at us. If they do get back at us, we go down and might kill 2 of them. Then they'll come back and maybe get one of us, and we'll go back and get 2 or 3 more. And it just goes on and on. Don't stop.
2 enemies who have been going on and on for generations are El Lojo Maravilla and Garrity Loma.
That says our barrio, and that says where we stand between all the barrios. That's the name of our barrio, and that's what number we are between all the barrios. We're number 1 from all the barrios. Barrios do things to us, but we always come out on top. Like, we get 4 or 5 guys for every one that they get of us. And we get them worse, Either we put them in the ground or, we make them remember that not to come up here. They think twice before coming up here. And this is where we are with a shotgun, always ready.
It's claimed to be numero uno, embroils Garrity in feuds with many gangs. And just as their enemies do, they show off their scars the way war veterans display Purple Hearts.
Yeah, I got shot in the heart. And these are other scars that I've had from other neighborhood fightings and a lot of stuff that I've been through.
They don't use their real names, but street names. That's Samson, Smiley, Mousy, and Happy.
I got a 32 automatic carry it with me all the time and just take care of myself because you never know when some car's gonna come up and just shoot you on sight.
Only a few blocks away is Arroyo, and one of its leaders is Babe.
How did the feud with Garrity begin?
Oh, this is way back in my father's times. My father was a member from Eloyo too. He was from the cut downs from Eloyo. Back in his days, they were fighting with Garrity.
Why?
To tell you the truth, I really don't know why, but, the feud is still going.
No one, old or young, could tell us how the feud began. But it keeps going because the Chicanos stay segregated. And here, the macho ethic is blood real. The slightest insult demands revenge.
We fight for what we know. We fight for our dirt. This is our dirt. This is where we were born and raised, grew up with each other. We went from kindergarten all the way up to high schools and everything together. And, somebody gets, you lose a homeboy, it hurts you.
Is it like losing a piece of yourself?
Yeah, it's like losing a part of you. Like losing a finger or a leg or an arm or an eye.
Certainly no one wants to be overly dramatic about it or glorify it, but to be a gang member is to be a soldier in a guerrilla war. For those who fight it, a war no less dangerous and bloody than World War II or Vietnam. There is no one enemy, but several. And these enemies are not in some distant land or faraway stronghold. They're across the street, down the road, up the hill, around the corner, all around. There are a few pitched battles, ritualized combat with large forces in darkened schoolyards and parks, but mostly it is nighttime bushwhacking and ambushing. The enemy streaking by in cars, guns blazing, or taking careful aim from some secure vantage point, or leaping from hiding places with knives, boards, and chains.
Gang veterans have long prison records. As youngsters, it's usually for fighting and petty thefts. As they get older, it's attempted murder and grand larceny. And more, the crimes are committed not for the gang's honor, but for organized crime and for personal profit. In jails, steel bars don't stop gang warfare. Outside, steel plates offer some protection to the Lagunas family. All 8 sons are in the El Ojo gang, and their home is a favored target.
That quarter-inch steel plate?
Yeah, that stops the bullets.
They don't even make a dent or scratch on them.
They just bounce off like flies.
But steel didn't prevent Peter from being blinded when he was 13.
They just came to the driveway, to the parking lot, and they just started shooting.
Blindness has neither stopped Peter from fighting nor being arrested. He still likes to use a knife. Peter says he slashes wildly at whomever is nearby. Police say his buddies hold the target, so he can't miss. What makes Peter different is that he uses only a knife. Most others prefer guns.
Careful, babe. They're not loaded, I hope.
In East Los Angeles, where gang wars flare the most, police picked up 108 handguns, shotguns, and rifles during the first 9 months of this year. Many gang incidents go unreported. Innocent victims fear retaliation. Gang members seek their own revenge.
You know who shot you? Who is it? Lotte.
The gangs usually like to take credit for their shootings, and they'll often yell out the gang name and even the shooter's nickname. But we have trouble on the prosecution end. When we get to court, they just refuse.
There are an estimated 100 gangs and 22,000 gang members in Los Angeles. Last year, there were at least 168 gang-related homicides.